What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing? Before we get started with today's content, I must do what I always do anytime you see me on your screen, and that's thank you guys for the likes, comments, shares, most importantly, those subscriptions. So whether you be a day one fan or somebody who just started rocking with the channel today, man, I greatly appreciate it. And if you're loving what I got going on my YouTube and you want to see more of me, easy money, man. You hit me up, I follow you back, we'll build together. So check me out on IG, Mr. Check the Temperature. Hit me up on Twitter, Mr. Temp Check. But before we get started, man, thank you guys for pulling up to my live last night with CC. Wasn't she lovely? Wasn't she refreshing? It is Women Appreciation Week. It was nice to actually have a woman actually grace the platform. Definitely shout out to CC in all seriousness, man. Super dope interview. I'm excited. You heard it. Did you heard the offer? I'm about to be on Let's Talk Battle Rap. I don't think they know what they just did. But no, we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I'll definitely let you know when that interview's going to go down. But let's talk some battle rap, man. So it's been a lot of noise making in battle rap lately. Y'all seem to be quite upset with who won Woman of the Year in battle rap. Now, I'll be honest. I had Viixen going into it. But a lot of people were upset with this list in its entirety. It was a lot of big names that were not on this list. A lot of names that you are tend to seeing in higher positions. Miss Hustle at number 9. You had a lot of newcomers. Yoshi at number 4. 40 bars, respectfully, coming in at number 3. But you know the spot that was talked about. You know what y'all been talking about. You know what the talk is right now. Viixen the Assassin versus CaseyJay. Now again, me personally, I have Viixen the Assassin. Y'all remember what Loaded Lux said? Oh, now Loaded Lux ain't your homie no more. Now y'all not rolling with Loaded Lux. Y'all used to be rolling with Loaded Lux. Now y'all not rolling with Loaded Lux no more. Yes, y'all are. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to remind y'all what he told y'all. It's not about how many battles you had. It's about who you fought. Someone please name me, out of the battles that CaseyJay had, name me someone who was better than DNA. Name me a battler that CaseyJay had that was better than DNA. She don't have one on her resume. Secondly, First Lady Flames. She would have beat Miss Merck. She would have beat Swamp. Hey, shout out to Swamp. Just being honest. She would have beat Swamp if we're looking at the rounds. She would have beat Bonnie. Coffee. So what are we talking about? Now, I get it. Now, you're saying two battles to 5 battles. I get it. But again, my argument is this when it comes down to CaseyJay. You made a grave mistake early in 2020. You did not realize it was going to cost you this greatly, but it did, and you have to admit it. The fact that you allowed Coffee to redo her rounds when you guys had got kicked off the roof and were rapping in the park cost you greatly. Now, I understand you were trying to go for the playback value, but like CC said on the interview yesterday, if you knew Casey was redoing her rounds, you should have redid your rounds. You have that ability. You had that choice. You decided not to, assuming that your first performance would still beat Coffee's. Not realizing that Coffee had the opportunity to see your rounds, to make the proper adjustments. That decision to let Coffee Brown redo her rounds cost you Woman of the Year, Casey. And you have to admit that. You have to. Not to mention, shout out to France, man. Let's talk battle rap. Them the guys over there. Shout out to France. He does his research. The thing about social media, man, it doesn't go away. It remembers everything you put out. And so you put out a tweet in December. I think it was December 3rd. Viixen, Woman of the Year. Now, how you gonna sit here and be mad and call yourself the people's champ when you yourself called Viixen the Woman of the Year? You typed that. You sent that out. That is a grave mistake on your part, and your argument loses credibility with that single tweet. It's kind of like how B. Dot made the grave mistake of coming off of that Chilla battle and saying he lost. So that already paints its own narrative. You admitting that you've lost, you admitting that someone else should be Woman of the Year, your argument loses credibility. That's all I'm saying. Now, what do I think this sets up? Oh, come on now. You know they got to see each other. CaseyJay already said it. Viixen ain't ducking no smoke. She ain't ducking no smoke. So, of course, this Saturday we have Kings versus Queens 2. It's about to be fire. I did my predictions with CC. Again, if you haven't seen that interview, man, we talked about Women of the Year. We talked about Kings versus Queens. You need to really go check that out, man. That needs at least 150 views. At least. But it's about 500 views worth of material. I'm just saying. But Kings versus Queens this Saturday. After that, you have Double Impact. And boy, I know a couple battles from Double Impact. My goodness, my Lord. Some of y'all are going to be very, very happy and very, very surprised to see some of these teams. But after that, man, what about Watch the Throne 5? Let's give it up for the ladies. It's Women's Appreciation Week. Of course we have to. Let's get that. Debo. Sir. OG. Let me holler at you, brother. 2021 is going to be the year of the now. We need matches now, in the moment. Strike while the iron's hot. Right now, this is the #1 narrative in women's battle rap. CaseyJay versus Viixen. I really don't even think a lot of people even are excited about Saturday anymore because they want to see this yesterday. Y'all might not be able to wait that long. I'm just saying. Can you imagine the face-off when Viixen comes with the belt? Huh. Can you imagine how Casey is going to bark on Viixen? And CC, you already know you about to have a couple lines. Casey's about to deliver a couple bars. But it's all fun and games, man. It's battle rap. But what do y'all think? Are y'all ready to see the Casey versus Viixen the Assassin? As far as Woman of the Year, I made the argument that I would have liked to see the two type contenders for Woman of the Year kind of funnel towards each other. I know Jay Black said that Chilla and B. Dot battle in December wasn't for Champion of the Year. We know the truth. He didn't have to say it. It was already there. We knew the two leading battlers going into December. And that was what put Chilla over the top. We need to do the same thing with women's battle rap. Now, it was your first year. Again, shout out to the panel. That is also what's lost in this. Do y'all realize that history was made with these women? If you were on this list, you were on the inaugural list for Women of the Year. When else has there been money given out? When else is there a belt about to be presented to the winner? You ladies made history, and that's what is lost in all of this. Whether it be the panel, whether it be the battlers themselves on the list. You guys made history, and that is something definitely to hang your hat on. But Debo, Babs, Vega, we need this battle now. Not now, right now. Tomorrow now. Okay? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.